Hello, it's George, and in this video, we are going to compare the iPhone 15 against the iPhone 13 in a speed test. We're going to find out which of these two phones is the fastest, because even though, sure, the iPhone 15 technically has a better processor, well, a lot of things could happen. I mean, this is not that big of a different phone. The iPhone 13 has the A15 chip, and oh my god, and the iPhone 15 has the A16. As you can see, the iPhone 13 with the older processor was a bit faster than the iPhone 15, which is technically better and more expensive. So we'll see what happens in the speed test. As you can see, they both have the exact same arrangement of apps. They both have the same apps installed on the phone to make it as fair as possible. Neither has any apps in the background. They both have just been turned on for the first time, so to say, from sleep. So the situation and the conditions are as fair as possible, so they are in the same conditions and they can do the same job. 3, 2, 1. Boom. The iPhone 15 was a tad bit faster than the 13, but not for much. Let's do weather. The iPhone, once again, 15 was a bit faster than the 13. Let's do settings. Exactly the same. Makes sense. The settings are not very complex, so makes sense that both just do it as fast as possible. Let's do YouTube. And wow, the 13 was faster. There you go. That's actually very impressive. I mean, on an app like YouTube, a lot of people use, you're watching a video on YouTube right now, the iPhone 13, which is 2 generations older than the 15 and much cheaper, was actually a little bit faster. Let's do Amazon. And the iPhone 15 was a bit faster. Let's do the App Store. Very close. I think the iPhone 15 was a bit more snappy, a bit faster, but not for much. It was like a 0.1 milliseconds. It was very, very close. Let's do Instagram. And okay, the 15 was a tad faster, but like the difference, as you can see, when the 15 is faster, is like it's for like milliseconds. It's not even noticeable. It would not be a big deal to use the 13 as opposed to the 15. It is a very small difference. I mean, it makes sense that the 15 is faster. It's a much more expensive phone. It's newer, but as you can see, the difference is just minuscule. Well, here it was a bit bigger, maybe a second, but this is Call of Duty. It's a very complex game, so it makes sense that the difference is a bit bigger. I'm guessing on Subway Surfers there's going to be a bigger difference. Usually there you go. Usually for some reason it just happens to, I feel like there's a weird thing happening with Subway Surfers. Like it used to run on iPhone 5s back in the day, but it feels like every year that goes by the app gets more demanding, so you need a newer phone to make it load at a decent rate. It's weird. You know, if you try to use Subway Surfers on an iPhone 5 right now, it just doesn't load. It's like too much for the phone, but back in the day it was fine. It's a weird app. Anyways, I just want to get it out of my system because I've been trying phones for a long time and it's something that's mind-boggling to me. That Subway Surfers was fine to run on an iPhone 4, 5, but now if you try to run Subway Surfers on an iPhone 4, it just doesn't work for some reason. Anyways, whatever. Very close here. I think I was actually not paying attention because I was talking about Subway Surfers. So let me load it up again. Come on, iPhone. Why you have to be so messy? Back in the day, on the Steve Jobs days, when we had the home button, this mess of landscape and horizontal view just didn't happen. 15 was a bit faster. There you go. Makes sense. I mean, of course, the iPhone 15 is going to be a bit faster. I'm not going to load Mario Run because they're both running on the same account, and it doesn't let you open both when they're using the same account for some reason. So let's do Helix Jump, which is very likely going to be a bit faster. There you go on the 15. But the difference is not that big. I mean, I was expecting for there to be a slightly bigger difference considering, I mean, both phones are 2 generations apart. Let's empty the app drawer. Once again, let's empty the app I'm sorry, it's not an app drawer. Let's empty the app multitasking. To start over, let's flip the camera once again because for some reason Apple wants you to use the rear camera all the time. You can't set it to the last camera used. Whatever. Let's 3, 2, 1. I feel like I'm a little sloppy today. Anyways, whatever. I should probably talk less today. I'm not the sharpest. I'm not in my sharpest version today. Whoa, was that a little bit faster on the 13? YouTube seems to be consistently the only app that happens to load a bit faster on the iPhone 13, but everything else, as you can see, it's faster on the 15. I mean, it makes sense. It should be like that. It's a newer phone. It's a much more expensive phone. Oh, whoopsie doopsie. Let me load it up again. Instagram. Completely identical. Yeah, very, very close. It was a tad faster on the 15, but very close. If you ask me if you should upgrade from the 13 to the 15, the answer would be a very solid no. A very, very solid no. I mean, the difference is very, very, very imperceptible. I mean, you can only see it because you have both. But if you use one and then you use the other, you wouldn't be like, oh, this one's clearly faster, right? So if you have an iPhone 13, oh, so the 13 was faster opening up Subway Surfers here? Wow. Okay. It feels like it's a very close difference. So maybe sometimes one is a bit faster or the other one's a tad slower. Seems like the iPhone 15 is more consistently faster. But yeah, the difference is very, very small and not worth an upgrade. I'm actually surprised at how small the difference is between the two phones. Let's do Helix Jump. And there we go. It's faster on the iPhone 15. This one seems to be one of those consistent ones that's always faster on the newer model. That was very interesting. I mean, I was expecting the 15 to be faster, which it was, but I was not expecting it to be so close to the 13. And it was very funny to see how the 13 opened up and booted up faster. It was actually very interesting. So for those interested in upgrading, I would say nope, at least based on the speed. I would not update. For those wondering if they should buy the 13 or the 15, I would probably go for the 13 based on speed. It's cheaper and it's almost identical. Either way, they both are amazing phones and they both have a very good price on Amazon right now, a discounted price. So I left links in the description for both down below just in case you want to take a look. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I will see you all in the next one.